This is going to be a continuing series importing and exporting file formats using the FBX file format to bring scenes from Maya to Max and from Max to Maya. The last tutorial I did was the PhysX plugin, rigid body solver, just having a simple primitive sphere, ball call it, and we exported that after completing that from Maya and brought that into Max. This side we're going to do the Max side, and we're going to bring that and import it into Maya when we're completed with that scene. Now I've already prepared a scene here, and I'm not going to go into the settings for the PhysX settings because I did it on the Maya side. I'll brush over them, but I'm not going to go in big depth about it. I've already pretty much preset the scene up. I've got a plane on the very bottom here, again like before, and I've just added a quick texture, sand texture on there to make it a little bit more interesting. And I've got a ball that I got from Turbo Squid. It's a beach ball, and it's a free model there on their website. So I'd like to thank them for that, for this demonstration. Alright, so let me go ahead and just, I already grouped these in the PhysX solver, so that the ground plane is a dynamic static object and the sphere is a dynamic object. So let me go ahead and push play on that. And hopefully you can see that, and the frame rate's not too bad. I'll rewind it again and just play it. So it just comes down, using the basic gravity default settings, and then I messed with the bounce and the friction and the density and mass. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to pick the ball, and I want to go ahead and bake that down to keyframes. And I can go ahead and I can delete the actual modifier on the modifier stack if I wanted to, and obviously it would still play, so you can kind of scrub through it and you can see it working. It's physics. And so now what we want to do is simply just export this out of Max using the Filmbox FBX extension. And I'm going to overwrite one that I had previously done, save over that one, and I'm going to export those in scale factor is going to be centimeters. Okay, I do get an error for geometry conversion, and that has to do with the fact that I'm using editable polys instead of an editable mesh. It still comes in fine, and then of course my export for my texture, there's a mapping issue that I have on that, and I didn't correct it, but it still comes over. You can fix all those things yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the Maya side, and I'm going to go ahead and import that scene file. Okay, and we'll go to the camera view, and we'll push play. And there it is. It also, just a note, it does, for some reason, I haven't figured this out yet, it actually changes the time, my timeline, from 240 frames to 190. Now you can go back in here and change those the timeline again yourself. It does it based on a 24 frame per second. So if I change this in my settings and I just go to 30 frames a second, it goes ahead and changes it back. So somewhere in the conversion, I cannot find it yet, it actually changes your frame range based on a 24 frame per second thing. But you just change that in the settings there, and it goes right back to frames, 240 frames. So you're good to go to render it either using Mental Ray or whatever renderer you want to use. Okay, that's it. Like I said, we're going to be doing more and more advanced tutorials for the CG Brothers and we're going to try and get some character animation and some other more complicated scenes for you to use. Thanks for watching.